They never told you the real reason your life has been a war zone. Not just a season of struggle, but a pattern, a cycle. Breakthrough, then backlash. Peace, then a storm out of nowhere. One moment you're lifting your hands in worship, the next you're gasping for air, wondering if you're even going to make it through the night. And it's not because you're cursed. It's not because God forgot you. It's because you're chosen. And the moment you were set apart, you became a threat. See, the enemy didn't wait until you were grown, successful, or wise to attack. No, he came for you as a child, before you even knew how to pray, how to fight, or how to understand what spiritual warfare even was. Why? Because hell recognizes heavenly DNA. You've got a calling that was whispered into the womb, an anointing that angels applauded before your first breath, and an assignment so weighty, so disruptive, that the kingdom of darkness has been working overtime to confuse you, delay you, and exhaust you. Let me say this clearly. You are not crazy. You are not imagining the warfare. You're not being dramatic. You're not broken. You're dangerous. You've been walking through life wondering why people keep turning on you, why relationships don't stick, why favor comes, then it feels like it slips right through your fingers, why the spiritual attacks always seem to hit right when you're about to make progress. Let me tell you why. The battle intensifies before the breakthrough. You're not under attack because you're weak. You're under attack because you're about to walk in power. Hell doesn't come for the silent. It comes for the loud, the anointed, the surrendered, the obedient. Those who are about to shift atmospheres, tear down strongholds and wake up the sleeping. You're not just fighting for yourself. You are the breaker in your bloodline, the one who ends cycles, cancels generational curses, and rewrites the story for every daughter, every son, every soul tied to your name. You think it's just spiritual warfare? Oh no, it's a prophetic alarm. It's proof that what you carry is so valuable, it had to be tested in fire. God has been training you this whole time. You thought you were just surviving. But in reality, you've been getting equipped. That rejection, it was a lesson in discernment. That heartbreak, it was training for compassion. That betrayal, it taught you how to lean on God alone. Those nights where you couldn't sleep, where the weight of your calling felt like it was choking you. That was God enlarging your capacity, stretching your spirit to carry glory. Because glory is heavy. And warfare? It's the gym where your spirit is built. Let me remind you of something. You are not fighting from a place of defeat. You are fighting from a place of victory. You're not begging for God's presence. You carry His presence. You are the temple. The Holy Spirit is within you, speaking, guiding, warring on your behalf. Heaven backs you, but here's the secret they don't always tell you. Spiritual warfare reveals identity. The more intense the attacks, the deeper your authority, because you only get attacked at the level of the impact you're about to make. And impact requires intimacy. You can't fight this battle with head knowledge. You need that secret place oil, that late-night worship, that real time in the presence of God where He shows you who you are and reminds you whose you are. That's where power is born. So stop apologizing for being too spiritual. Stop watering down your voice so people don't get uncomfortable. You weren't meant to blend in. You were meant to disrupt. You are a divine interruption, a holy plot twist in the plans of the enemy. You're not the victim, you're the weapon. And weapons don't cry when they're used. They understand their purpose. It's time to wake up and recognize what you're walking with. You've got angels assigned to your name. You've got heaven's endorsement. You've got a track record of surviving storms that should have buried you. And if you're still breathing, that means your purpose is still alive. So hear me. Wipe your tears, square your shoulders, and prophesy to your storm. Say, I know who I am. I know what I carry. I know who I belong to. You are the chosen one. And chosen doesn't mean easy. It means empowered. You've been built for this, trained for this, anointed for this. The enemy didn't come for your car, your job, your bank account. He came for your voice, for your faith, because those are the keys to open doors for others. You are not just a survivor. You are a warrior with a story soaked in oil and sealed with blood. So don't be silent. Don't bow. Don't break now. Drop a comment below. I've been battle-tested and blood-covered. I'm walking in authority. Like, subscribe and hit that bell, because this fire isn't stopping. You're watching Sugar Bytes News, where truth sets captives free and Team Jesus stays on the move. Let's ride.